Well, hello there. Where the fuck is my coffee? Ah, there we are. Right then, welcome back to the video. Now, this video would have been out a little bit sooner, but I was rather preoccupied grinding the legendary gauntlet into oblivion, as I always do. So if you caught one of my last video about Rosa, you already knew all the general tips and which stages are the best to tackle. And I'll in fact pop a link in the description in case you've not seen the video yet. So today's focus, however, is on our boy Florian. And since it's basically the same thing here, I will not be going over all the fundamentals again. Instead, this video is only about one thing, and that is figuring out which grid you want to build for him. So I want to get the obvious thing out of the way first. So I personally think Rosa's a way better unit than Florian. She is a lovely sprint field unit, and she deals some great damage, and she could debuff and has a ridiculous 67% chance of flinch. Everything just from picking up that blue seed range. Well, Florian here is not that fortunate. He has no damage at all. He is a tech unit without a sync multiplier, and his grid is all over the place. Like you can see it here. I will get to that in a second, but what does that mean for Florian? It means that Florian probably will need a lot more orbs in order to be as good as Rosa. So I did not scout for Marnie. I only scouted for Morty. So I had a little bit of difficulty trying to grind for Florian. I wasted a lot of stamina. I ended up finding blue twice. No, once. Like once outside, I messed that up. But only once, and blue literally saved me because I only had Morty. I know most of you don't even have anyone, but it's just my point is having one feature unit is not enough for you to actually get everything you wanted. Now then, let's look out Florian's options, shall we? Well, he always comes with equipped tackle by default, so you'll only be able to pick 3 additional moves. So you need to be strategic, and this is not buffet, it's a tasting menu. So what are those? The first move is X tackle, so it maxes out your attack. It gives you like +2 or +3 defense. I said +3 because there's X attack MP2. So if you didn't pick this one, if you only pick these 2 things, so you can actually get +3 defense. If you pick Berserk Bunch, so your attack is maximized by 2 usage of the X attack, so your defense will not trigger. Max out crits as well, and this is actually the only way for Florian to max out his crit rate himself without needing help from other people. Defensive studies is next. It maxes out both defenses and gives a little bit more healing. The support studies, it gives basically just like a little bit of everything. +4 defense, +4 speed, and like +2 attack. And yeah, it's just a little bit of everything. But anyway, damage dealing, +4 play rev, attack debuff, confusion, free move. With good base power, Zen Headbutt gives you flinch 6% if you go all the way. So where is it here? It's like 2 aggravation nodes. So one is 20, base 20, and then 20 each. Defense debuff, and this is also the only way Florian can debuff. And speed debuff, he also the only way. And then mid base power. Must shot is speed debuff, spadaf debuff, accuracy debuff. So, and they will have hyper voice. I think hyper voice are actually really good. It gives you a defense buff, special attack debuff, so offenses debuff, and this is also the only way he could debuff offenses. And gauge recharge 100% if you go recharging strike, and then it also have a really good base power. And then last but not least, potion. So potion gives you healing. It also has MP refresh, but you have to also go all the way. 2 master healer, spadaf buff, and status removal. And there are the utility notes. I will only be listing the important ones. So the standard note on bending, escape artist, natural remedy, quick cure, entry +1 speed for everyone, confusion using tackle, and then utility it has 3 branches, the middle one, the left, the right one. Then there's a middle, we have circle, extension, stacking, first aid, circle, HP recovery. Left side is vigilance, team endure, and 1 stage of normal rebuff. And the right one is tackle, team fist bump 9. I think this is really good, and I'll get to that in a second. And impervious also really good. And then circle on use of TM. It's first time only. I think first off, you gotta consider the utilities first here. So I think vigilance, impervious are really important. They are really important notes, so at least try to make it here, right? And then if you have more orbs, you can pick up this one because it heals every time you use tackle. So it's a really good note. And then there's staggering as well. Staggering gives you 40% chance to flinch upon using tackle. So if you tackle, there's a 40% chance. Tackle is 1 gauge, so it's very spammable, right? So every time you use tackle, you have a 40% chance to flinch and you heal yourself as well. If you have more, you can actually get more circle here. I think circle is actually pretty rare. And rebuff is decent. And then there's endure. Endure is actually also good as well. But yeah, it also depends on which one you prefer. I think this is just enough. I try to not go over the bar here because we are working with a limited number of orbs here. If you are going to build in for gauntlet, then the first thing to take is X attack, because you always need to crit, right? Because a lot of the legendary gauntlet bosses have crit shields, like Entei, like Cresselia, Latias, Raikou. A lot of them have crit shield. You want to crit them. And considering that Florian have no damage at all, so it's even more significant to pick up the crit note. And then there's some attacking moves options here, and Zen Headbutt is not something I recommend, because although it gives Florian defense debuff, first off you need to go all the way here in order to get an extra 20%. Because tackle already gives you 40%, you don't need a TMO to flinch, but you only get 40%. And if you pick up Zen Headbutt, you have to go all the way for 60%, right? If you don't pick this one, there's still be 40%. There's no point, right? And you also get defense and speed debuff. Speed debuff is whatever, but defense debuff is actually pretty important. But I don't think it's worth it because tackle is spammable, like I said. Zen Headbutt is 2 gauge, right? And tackle also heals you. So tackle is something that you'll be spamming a lot in Gauntlet. I don't see any reason to pick up this. So defense 30 is what? Defensive buff. But here's the thing, you don't need to pick up defense 30 for defensive buff because potion gives you Spadef. Hyper Voice gives you defense. So by picking up these 2, you can actually get everything here as well. And next up is Play Rough. It's kind of the same thing. You don't need attack debuffs. And you don't need confusion, because first off, tackle already has confusion. And Hyper Voice also debuffs attack. So that is the reason I think Play Rough and Defense 30, these are the moves that you don't really want to pick. And the reason Potion and Hyper Voice are like significant is that because it offers a lot more. Potion offers like unlimited healing because it has MP refresh. It gives you the speed buff and also heals you as well, which recovers from status condition with Fragment. Hyper Voice is Stoic 9, so it gives you defense. This one gives you speed death, this one gives you physical death. And then Hyper Voice also debuff both offenses stats, so that is actually pretty significant. Recharging Strike is nice to have, but if you don't have enough open, just leave it there, because potions are always more important. So try to get these, except for Azov, I think, because I didn't pick up Potion NPR, I just heal with Tackle. and recharging strike actually helped me a lot to slot in moves. If you can pick up this one, just go for it. Yeah, this is like basically the set that I go for, but what about the last move, Mud Shot and Support Study? Support Studies, it gives you stat buff, right? And that's also redundant, so you don't need speed that much. So Support Studies, redundant, you don't need this. And then there's Mud Shot. I think Mud Shot is actually pretty nice because it offers speed, accuracy, and SPDAF debuff. So these are things we haven't gotten yet, right? I think this is minimum for Gauntlet. And wait, stats as well. Forgetting about stats. Oh yeah, he needs everything. He needs everything. Alright, so what you're looking at here is the minimum build for Gauntlet. I mean, it's minimum, but it requires oh my god, so many ops. You have more, and obviously you could go pick up circles, pick up this one, pick up like rebuff. I think that's pretty nice, or the enduro. Anyway, if you're not a fan of Gauntlet, right, if you want to use him in Champion Stadium, if you want to use him in Battle Rally, if you want to use him with a partner who could buff his stats, then you can actually drop this for another move. So what move would it be? Is it Zen Headbutt or is it a Mud Shot? I think it's Mud Shot. It's Mud Shot, yeah. Mud Shot gives you SPDAF and accuracy as well. So maybe in high score event where the buffing accuracy is sometimes important, because like there's like the bonus, the more stats you do, but the more points you get. So yeah, so I think Mud Shot is actually more important. If you don't want him to be able to buff himself, you always say, okay, I'm just gonna run him with a support, and the support will do all the buffing thingy, and you could actually ditch X attack and go for this one. If you have to ditch something, I think escape artists can be removed. Flame Roof is actually pretty important. If you have to remove one of these, then you could always remove escape artist. You can alternatively remove this as well, because Florian is physical, so it's much more reasonable to invest in his physical attack, right? So let me know what you think about Florian in the comments. Anyway, if you liked the video, then consider liking it. Peace. Okay, so before I end the video, I just want to show off my Florian grid that I got. I literally just got blue today, and this is basically everything I wanted. I would keep resetting for a little bit more stats, and we'll try to get that recharging strike and if possible rebuff. But that is it, that is set.